Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. Now, of course, we sell a variety of different lighting products and other components here at SIRENNET. This particular item which I'm holding in my hand happens to be a corner module from a Liberty Lightbar. Now, we do sell this as an individual component in the event that you have a failure, but of course, when you have a 5-year warranty on a product like this great product from Whelen Engineering, why would you be concerned about having to buy a new one? If, of course, it's lighter than 5 years, then you may need to. But one nice thing that we're going to do right now is we're going to have Chris take it apart, and that could be somewhat interesting. Let's go across and see what he's up to. And as usual, he's up to nothing. So I'm going to give you this, and you're going to go take it apart. There you go. Got to keep him busy.
Thank you, Stuart. Well, it's great to have idle hands, but better to have something in them, so let's do it and take it apart. The LFL corner, Liberty corner, really there's a few different names for it, and whichever you want to call it, again, it's always correct here on SIRENNET Television. This happens to be the extended version. Previously, years prior, it was a bit shorter. The extended version here has a total of 12 diodes. The shorter version only had 6. So over the years, as the bars have progressed, evolved, it's gotten longer, it's gotten brighter. So as it's progressed with LED technology, corners have gone along with it. You can even get them in different versions of the Liberty bar with the Duo bar and the Trio. Difference in the corners is just in the diode count. So corners the same, reflectors the same, looks the same all the way around. Whelen in their craftiness has just sunk way more diodes in to the other versions. But with a few details aside, this one here is what you're going to see in your SX or SW series. They offer the 12 diode corners and they're a solid color versus duals or trios. Really the fun with the corner here is most commonly the only time you're ever going to see it is when it's in the light bar itself. So when it's on the rig, cruising down the street, on the side of the roadway, what have you. Even here at SIRENNET, when we have bars in and we're doing builds, customizations, installs, the corners are always in the bar, so we never really have a chance to take them, look at them close up, and even realize that it is something that's multiple parts put together to make a finished unit. So with that, fun of SIRENNET TV, I'm gonna go ahead, take some screws out, disassemble this to show you what's making up the LFL SX Liberty Lightbar corner. The back here, held in with Phillips head screws. Gonna go ahead, get those out of the way to start separating the component here. Go ahead, flip it over, get the screws to drop out here. And get these 6 little Phillips heads out of the way here. Now with those removed, I can go ahead, remove the electronic portion from the reflector assembly. It's a one-piece polycarbonate unit, black all the way around, as you can see, with a really high polished reflective coating on the inside here. And also, this unit has an inline diffuser, which Whelen uses in their linear products, which this is classified as because of the diffuser. And the diffuser itself is even a removable component. So go ahead. Diffuser pops out. It's held in there nice and tightly, so you can see it takes a little bit of a pop to release the lock teeth that hold it into the reflector assembly. So really well put together from Whelen there. Another look at the diffuser, and also too with the corner, as the corner has gotten longer, the diffuser has extended as well to accommodate the additional diodes. So again, this portion here has been added over the years. It was shorter prior. Here's a close-up look at the electronic board itself. So you can see you have your 12 diodes affixed in, epoxy sealed, harness inputs on the back, ground, and lead. This one happens to be blue, which is signified with the blue lead wire here. Just give myself a quick look here. And even if needed, the inside component here can be released and removed. You can see the leads are soldered in on the back here, blue on this side, ground on the verse. And if you were to undo the pins on the 2-pin connector here, this could then be completely removed from the housing that it's contained on. And again, this is also a polycarbonate, but a different compound than what's used in the reflector. So, neat inside look. It's something that you're really never going to see except when it's in the fully finished light bar on and functioning. So pretty simplistic, but when you take these parts, put them together, it gets a little bit more complex, then install it in the bar, and it's even better and more sophisticated. So you can go ahead, start the reassembly process here. Diffuser lines up inside the reflector. There's 2 little sets here where the teeth pop in. And with a nice solid snap, just double checking it, pops right back into place, nice and clean. Let's go ahead, take the electronic diode housing and its housing as well, and the reflector, get them realigned here. My bad, need to flip-flop it over. There we go. Back in place, nice and tight. And even with that, you can see that when you do a disassembly on one of these units, when you go to reassemble it, it only goes together one specific way. So when it reinstalls into the finished Liberty bar, it'll fit perfect and you won't have any output issues with your diodes. So again, really well done by Whelen. And go ahead, take the screws, and get them back in place here. And on 2 of the screws, it's probably a bit tough to see, there's a little silver washer, and these 2 will go on the inside here. So call this part with the lip the outside, this would be the inside. Gonna just go ahead, get these locked in to get it started. And finish it up with the last 2 here. There we go, reassembled. Neat thing is with the corners here, when you install them into your Liberty bar, they're not side specific. So you could interchange corners if you're ever changing the bar, or if you just want to rearrange the layout that you have for a different vehicle spec. Driver's side corner will fit the passenger side corner. It's just a matter of how it slides in. So in one case, it would slide in like this. On the other side, it would be vice versa. But since everything in here is the same, both top and bottom, and the corners on the bar, with them being a series of 4, 2 per side, it's interchangeable to whatever side you want it to be. So again, well thought out. When you're changing bars, want to change your layout, you don't have to order a new housing or a whole new corner unit. Now, 2 wires here. So meaning with this, if I go ahead, take a series of clips here, go ahead, connect the black to the ground side here, 12 volt to the blue lead side. Go ahead, turn the unit on. You can see it's going to be really nice, really bright, completely blind the camera crew out here. But you're thinking, okay, it's just glowing. no flashing. It's supposed to flash, right? Well, that's very true. The corner itself is looked at as basically just a steady unit. So put power to it, all it does is glow. When connected to the internal harness in your Liberty bar and in turn to the I/O board, so your internal operating board, that has the chips and the programming for your flash patterns. So that'll tell your corners as well as your inboard modules, your fronts, your rears, alleys, takedowns, what have you, what they're supposed to do. So it sends the function through the harness, lights up the corners, flashes them as appropriate in the fronts and in the backs of your bars. So again, just steady burn, but you can see really nice, really intense output. And there you have it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the makings of the Liberty Lightbar Corner here. And back to sneaking up on me.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching SIRENNET Television. I'm Stuart, and he's Chris.